Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Streaming with Swadin. And today we are going to review Netflix original series Ray.
कितना भी कमीना क्यों ना हो जाए, आखिर है तो खुदा का ही बंदा।
This is a very awaited series. There have been lots of messages I got to review this series. So finally, here is my review. Ray is a 2021 anthology series released in Netflix, and the series contains 4 stories that are based on stories written by Satyajit Ray. Before I start talking about the 4 stories, let me first tell you that I didn't read any of the stories before, so I am very much unaware of the original stories, the original source material of this series. But I did try to get some information on original stories, and I got some information, and I won't be giving any major spoilers for this series. I want everybody to watch it. But before I start, I would definitely request everybody to hit the like button for this video. And if you want this channel to grow, then don't forget to subscribe this channel. Hit the subscription button. Beside that, there is a bell icon. Do hit the bell icon for the notification. And you can also follow me on my social network sites like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. For this, the description, the links will be given in the description box below. So here we go. The first story is Forget Me Not by Satyajit Mukherjee, based on Ray's short stories Bipin Chaudhury's Smriti Bhram, translated to Bipin Chaudhury's memory loss. It is about a successful entrepreneur, Ipshit Rana Nair, played by Ali Faisal, and an event which changes the way his life was previously. This is a psychological thriller that has some nice twist and turn. Ali Faisal is a guy who is an emotionless man and has amazing memory that remembers everything. His memory and his ability to remember every details, datas, dates can be compared to that of a computer. And like a virus can corrupt a computer, here all Ali Faisal's inability to recall a particular incidents starts ruining his life. As per my knowledge, whatever I found out, that the filmmaker has made a lot of changes from the original source material in this story. This story is modernized and made in a very contemporary world. And by looking at the story itself, it looked so modernized. And Satyajit Mukherjee really made this episode very dark, which I liked a lot. The way he captured Mumbai was absolutely beautiful, keeping the dark and the gritty mood of the story throughout. The opening scene showing the entire city from the rooftop of a hotel, which was absolutely stunning, and the beautiful images of a tall building in urban areas, flyovers, caves throughout the movie was absolutely beautiful. And the use of a particular sequence from Drishyam to Drop Hin, and finally where the entire story was explained. I simply loved it a lot, and I also loved the cinematography and the acting, and I thought it was absolutely wonderful. Although I know that lots of people hated this, but I really liked this episode a lot, and this is my second most favorite episode among the 4 stories. This is my second most favorite story, and the second story is Behrupia, again directed by Srijit Mukherjee, and this is the second and based on Satyajit Ray's short stories Bohurupi, translated to multi-character. This story is about Indrashish K.K. Menon, an office employee who gets hold of a valuable book on the art of prosthetic passed down to him by his grandmother. And both the story directed by Srijit Mukherjee are really dark over here. And this story captures Kolkata in a very, very dark mood. And this story mostly rides on the shoulder of the lead character K.K. Menon. And he delivers. He does a good job in this movie. The way this story presented remind me a lot about Joker, and also the Bengali movie Dracula Sir, which I liked a lot. There was some same sense of isolation and taking care of that one person that he loves. And in this case, it was his grandmother. And for this story, Srijit Mukherjee desaturated the color to bring the dark mood of the story, which was quite nice and amazing. And Dibyendu Bhattacharya as the as the Baba Piri Baba in the story was also did a nice job. But somehow I felt that this story failed to build the kind of tension and the depth that was required. I didn't felt much sympathy for the character as much I felt I should have. But I still won't call this bad. I enjoyed this episode, but I felt that this episode could have been fleshed to a better story, and it was not really fleshed out well. But among the 4 stories, this is my least favorite story. And the 4th story in this series is Hangama Hai Ki Bapa by Abhishek Chaube, based on the Satyajit Ray short stories Barin Bhomik's Element, and is about 2 people, that one being Musafir Ali, that's played by Manoj Bajpayee, a popular performer, other Aslam Beg, Gajra Rao, a wrestler turned sports journalist who met in the train journey, and a much earlier link between them. This story has some really very, very talented actor, and Manoj Bajpayee and Gadraj Rao was absolutely excellent in this story. Also star Raghuveer Yadav and Manoj Pawa in a very small but important role. Was very pleasant to watch. This story really captured the perfect mood of Satyajit Ray's stories, and get to know that this episode remained the most honest to the real source material. The use of poetry, music, Urdu language, and the way the entire episode is edited, the cinematography, everything in this story looks absolutely perfect. The story did create a lot of tension and had some great humor. It also has some amazing twist in the story, which will leave you with a smile and surprise. Abhishek Chaube, whose last movie I saw was Ulta Punjab, absolutely nailed it in this one. And to be honest, I had a high expectation for this episode because of Manoj Bajpayee and the star cast, which had a great reputation. And I'm glad that the episode does deliver. And the full marks to Gadraj Rao too, who I thought was absolutely excellent. And this is no doubt is my most favorite story among all the 4 stories. The 4th and final story is Spotlight. This episode is directed by Vasant Bala and based on Ray's short stories by the name by the same name, Spotlight. It revolves around the celebrated actor Vic Arora, that's played by Harshvardhan Kapoor, and who is known for a particular trademark look and a kind of existential crisis that he goes through when he meets a godlike figure known as Didi. To be honest, after watching Hangama Haiku Bapa, I didn't have much expectation from these stories because this story didn't have much reputed cast, and I have not seen the director's previous work as well, so I didn't have much expectation. But to my surprise, I really liked this one. I heard a lot about Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota, which was directed by Vasan Bala, but I haven't seen it. But now I think I should definitely check that one out because that I saw some very good reviews for that movie, and I will definitely check that one out. But I did saw Harshvardhan in Bhavesh Joshi Superhero, and then in AK versus AK, and he was really good in this one. The frustration, the ego, this story, he really showed all those quite beautifully. This story used a lot of reference from Satyajit Ray's film simply by naming the movies randomly or showing imagery of their several movie scenes, like using stars in the background reminding of Bhutan Raja from Gopika in Bhagabain, and this insecurity crisis is shown in extremely humorous manner. There was some really absurd scene used towards the end that looks very bizarre, absolutely bizarre, but it was fun to watch, and it had a great humor too. So I like this episode quite a lot, and it was pretty surprised because I didn't expect it that I will like this episode, and this is my third most favorite episode in this series. So if I go by the sequence, number one I like Hangama Haiku Bapa, and the second is Forget Me Not, and the third is Spotlight, and the fourth, the least favorite, is Behrupia. So this is the sequence in which I liked it. But in the comment section, do write down below that which story you liked more on these four stories, and whether you agree with my review or not. And also write down your opinion about the entire series, whether such series should be made or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, be safe, peace.